This week we'll be driving down to the south of France, so I thought I'd show you a little bit about my packing process. I know that it's going to be really hot and I know that I can't be bothered bringing loads of stuff, so I've tried to stay a little bit minimal with clothes but pack as many things as possible, such as books and drawing materials, because I think that that's where I'm going to really enjoy having a bit of time out of daily life. I always feel like packing is a kind of selection process of our favourite trinkets whilst also trying to keep them as useful as possible. Like my mum is constantly travelling, but wherever she goes, she has a purse full of stones, her favourite stones. I'm not quite so extreme, but I do try and take my favourite things, like this folder, which I found on the street years ago. It has my painting materials and rag in it, and it also has a hole that was made by sunlight and a mirror, a laser, natural laser. Then I've got a stack of cards to make our own postcards to send, and this is my little purse with my microphones in it because I'd like to do a bit of recording while I'm away as well. And then up here we've got my tin of watercolour pens, which are amazing. You don't actually need a palette, you could just have all the different colours and then pens with water in them. So I'll be taking those as well as a palette. Then I've got my diary, which is from Casa Pinto in Portugal, and some ink and paint brushes and nibs, some pastels for drawing. No doubt I'll be sharing those with the kids. A little speaker for listening to music, and my headphones for listening to podcasts in the mornings. I've got these 3 books: The Promised Party by Jennifer Clement, The Position of Spoons by Deborah Levy, and a P.D. James book. Let's see how far I get. Of course, my specs. And then when it comes to makeup, I've just got a really old little mirror and fan, some eyebrow, eyelash stuff, tweezers for beard hairs, a comb, Dr. Bronner's soap, which can serve as shampoo and body gel and for washing clothes, with my towel there as well, headscarf, sunglasses, jelly shoes, which I found on the market for £3, battery banks, the Instax camera, which is really lovely with the kids for them to use it, this beautiful laundry bag that was at my grandmother's house years ago, which is also just really handy, some linen napkins, of course, and these beautiful printed ones that an online friend sent me as a gift, a tablecloth, a tote, that lovely little jacket, which I'll show you in a bit, which I'll be sharing some more photos of. That's going to be my basket for materials. And then in terms of clothes, I've got a white cotton dress, a black cotton dress, which I'm sure I'm going to wear the most because it won't show the dirt, a yellow cotton dress, an old vintage men's shirt, a vintage cheesecloth top, a couple of pairs of shorts, and then a couple of t-shirts. I'll add some vests to that as well. This is my favourite silk jacket. This is a really lovely handmade jacket that I'll be sharing on Instagram. Marks and Spencer swimming costume. It's rather high in the leg, which I'm not used to, but I'll get on with it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to try and put them into a couple of baskets. Oh, and then this nightie, which is an old French cotton linen nightie, and it's way too big and completely perfect for really hot days. So yeah, I'm going to try and fit most into these 2 baskets. I have a feeling that part of it might go in here, and then just for practicality, I'm going to use, those blue IKEA bags that you can buy to take away from there. They're actually some of the handiest bags I think I've ever used for taking stuff to the post office and just moving stuff around, and also for packing, especially because we're driving down. We don't need to worry about things being enclosed, and if you pack clothes in them, it can be flattened quite easily, and then also when it comes to finding your clothes, they're all kind of accessible instead of having to be just like squished in. So I think I'm going to put some of these things into these baskets and the rest into there. I don't iron anything at all. I know that things look better when they're pressed, but by the end of the day, I don't look pressed, so I may as well not start the day looking like that. So I tend to just be quite relaxed about putting things in. And then one general rule of thumb that I tend to have in daily life as well as packing is to always make sure that I'm taking natural materials, such as silk or wool or cotton, because it just guarantees that I'll always feel nice, and there'll be some degree of comfort to everything that I'm taking with me, I suppose. So, like the cotton laundry bag and cotton dresses, I think that features really strongly. And then a few books that aren't too overly ambitious. Like, if I don't want to read it today, why will I want to read it while I'm on holiday? So I try and keep a balance between my favourite things, but also realistic who I am. And I'm not a different person when I'm away. I'm exactly the same person. So, yeah, I'm trying not to over backpack, but I'm also trying to make sure that I have all the things that I want, such as inks and paper. And then while we're away, I'm sure that we'll find things that will be exciting or interesting and will take precedence over what we already have. The boys kind of have a similar approach. They've got loads of paper and pens, a couple of books, and a load of clothes. We'll be away for 3 weeks, camping part of the time, and then also staying where we used to live in the south of France for about 5-6 days, I think. So you will see, and I will let you know how we get on. And I'm looking forward to sharing it all with you.